फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सभी को धन्यवाद। और आज कुछ हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स पहली बार भी आए हैं, उन सभी का भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। तो हम सभी को पता है आज के कार्यक्रम का उपलक्ष्य क्या है। तो आई वुड लाइक टू टेल समथिंग अबाउट गृहस्थ, something about parenting. So when I was given the opportunity to talk about parenting 15 years ago, someone asked me, what makes you eligible to talk about that, because you are not a parent? And which is very genuine question. It took me some time to come with the answer. So the answer was that I am very lucky that I am raised by a wonderful set of parents. So maybe I am not a parent, but I have parents who raised me wonderfully. So that makes me eligible to talk about this topic. So हम आपको गृहस्थ और पेरेंटिंग के बारे में, of course whatever I will tell you is not mine, is something that I learned from Upanishads, Vedas. So this is what is written in our literature. So वही आपको मैं बताऊंगा, अपनी ओर से कुछ नहीं बताऊंगा। तो उससे पहले स्वाति दीदी, जैसे हमने डिस्कस किया था, आप जो दूसरा मंत्र है ईश्वर स्तुति प्रार्थना उपासना मंत्र, उसका शब्दार्थ सबको बताएं।
नमस्ते। So second mantra is Om Hiranyagarbha Samavartataagre Bhutasya Jatah Patirekāsīt सदाधार पृथ्वीं द्याम उत्तिमाम। अब इसमें अगर मैं अक्षरशः हम जब कहते हैं इसका अर्थ क्या है, तो हिरण्य गर्भ से मतलब होता है कि जो क्रिएटर है, गोल्डन क्रिएटर ऑफ नॉलेज और फॉर एवरीथिंग व्हाट वी सी अराउंड और वी डोंट सी इवन। समवर्तित तागरे का मतलब जो ही एग्जिस्टेड वेल बिफोर, यू नो, एट द वेरी स्टार्ट, बिल्कुल शुरू से वो हैं यहाँ पर, जो सभी जीवात्माओं के क्रिएटर हैं और उन्हीं की हम उपासना भी करते हैं। वही सबको धारण करे हुए हैं, पृथ्वी को और स्काई आकाश को, और उन्हीं की प्रेजेंस में हम लोग जीते हैं बेसिकली। तो इसमें 4 पार्ट्स हैं। एक तो क्रिएटर, जब शुरुआत हुई कि हु क्रिएटेड। सेकंड इज अथॉरिटी, कि वही पति वे कासित सभी के स्वामी हैं। और थर्ड पार्ट है इसमें सपोर्टर, कि जो सबको सस्टेन करे हुए हैं, पृथ्वी आकाश। और फोर्थ पार्ट कि हम उन्हीं की उपासना करनी चाहिए हमें। That's it.
Thank you so much. So the last part is अस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम, कि हम उसी परम पिता परमात्मा की उपासना करें। So शालिनी दीदी, आपका भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। I apologize, last time I forgot. आपने बहुत अच्छा पिछली बार बताया था फर्स्ट मंत्र का अर्थ भी, और आपका भी धन्यवाद। तो अब हम एक भजन से आज का ये टॉपिक पे आएंगे। ये भजन भी बहुत प्यारा भजन है। I learned it when I was of Abhika's age, so it's a very 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 good भजन about, of course, God. उससे पहले एक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़, जितने भी मंत्र हम पढ़ते हैं उन मंत्रों में डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स को दिया जाता है और डिफरेंट मैसेजेस होते हैं। पर हर मंत्र में हमारे लिए एक मैसेज ज़रूर होता है कि हमें क्या करना है। ठीक है ना? हे परमात्मा, मेरे दुर्गुण दुर्व्यसन दूर करो। वह परमात्मा इस सूर्य चंद्र को बनाने से पहले भी था, अब भी है, उसको आरक्षा करने वाला है, उसको धारण करने वाला है। पर हमने क्या करना है वो भी उस मंत्र में बताया जाता है। So it is unfortunate that we don't pay attention to what we are supposed to do. We just put all the pressure on God that you are the one who has to do everything, which is not fair. तो जैसे इस मंत्र में आपने अंत में बताया, कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम, कि हे परमपिता परमात्मा, मैं हवियों से, हविष्याओं से आपकी विशेष रूप से भक्ति किया करूं। तो हवियों का क्या यहाँ अर्थ है? हवि का अर्थ है त्याग, हवि का अर्थ है योगाभ्यास, हवि का अर्थ है अध्यात्म, हवि का अर्थ है एक अच्छी दिनचर्या, हवि का अर्थ है दूसरों के बारे में सोचना। ठीक है, तो अगर इन सभी का पालन हम करेंगे तब जाके वह कसमय मतलब मुक्ति तक का आनंद देने वाला परमात्मा हमें आनंद देगा, अदरवाइज नहीं देगा, क्योंकि हम अपना काम नहीं करेंगे, वो अपना काम क्यों करेगा। वेरी सिंपल। गॉड इज द मोस्ट जस्ट पर्सन ऑन दिस अर्थ।
सॉरी, ये तो कई मंत्रों में है ना, ये मंत्र तस्मै देवा
हविषा विधेम, तो सभी में बिल्कुल, ये इन्हीं में 5-6 मंत्रों में, 8 में से, यू आर राइट। तो वो पार्ट इज सिमिलर, तो वो हमारे लिए ही है बार बार। ठीक है, कस्मै देवाय हविषा, देवाय मतलब उस परमात्मा के लिए, कह मतलब मुक्ति प्रदाता, हविषा विधेम मतलब हविषाओं से विशेष रूप से भक्ति किया करें। पितुमात सहायक स्वामी सखा, तुम ही के नाथ हमारे हो। पितुमात सहायक स्वामी सखा, तुम ही के नाथ हमारे हो। जिनके कछु और आधार नहीं, तिनके तुम ही रखवारे हो। पितुमात सहायक स्वामी सखा, तुम ही नाथ हमारे हो। सब भांति सदा सुखदायक हो, दुख दुर्गुण नाशक हारे हो। सब भांति सदा सुखदायक हो, दुख दुर्गुण नाशक हारे हो। प्रतिपाल करो सगरे जग का, अतिशय करुणा उर्धारे हो। पितुमात सहायक स्वामी सखा, तुम ही नाथ हमारे हो। भूले हम ही तुमको, तुम तो हमारी सुध नाही बिसारे हो। भूले हम ही तुमको, तुम तो हमारी सुध नाही बिसारे हो। उपकारण का कुछ अंत नहीं, छिन ही छिन जो विस्तारे हो। पितुमात सहायक स्वामी सखा, तुम ही नाथ हमारे हो। महाराज महामहिमा तुम्हारी, समझे बिरले बुधवारे। महाराज महामहिमा तुम्हारी, समझे बिरले बुधवारे। शुभ शांति निकेतन प्रेम निधे, मन मंदिर के उजियारे हो। पितुमात सहायक स्वामी सखा, तुम ही नाथ हमारे हो। जिनके कछु और आधार नहीं, तिनके तुम ही रखवारे। So as I told, I learned this bhajan when I was very young. So इसमें words भी बड़े टफ हैं, तो मुझे काफ़ी टाइम लगा उनका मीनिंग समझने के लिए। सो एज अ पेरेंट आई थिंक इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि बच्चों को जितना हो सके मेमोराइज करवा दीजिए अच्छी अच्छी चीज़ें, ये सारी उम्र उनके काम आएगी. अब at the age of 50 when I try to memorize a new mantra, it takes me weeks, and if I don't practice it, I again lose it. पर जो मंत्र मैंने 4, 5, 6, 7 साल की उम्र में याद किए थे वो अभी भी 100-150 मंत्र मुझे याद है. तो इसलिए it was part of my discourse today, but I am telling it now, it's okay. So जितना हो सके अपना कल्चर, अपनी वैल्यूज़, अपने रिचुअल से रिलेटेड चीज़ें उनको मेमोराइज करवा दीजिए. इवन दो दे डोंट नो द मीनिंग, इट डजंट मैटर, दे हैव देयर होल लाइफ टू एक्सप्लोर द मीनिंग्स. सो माय टुडेज डिस्कोर्स इज ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ वेदास उपनिषदास एंड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ माय एक्सपीरियंस वर्किंग विद youngsters and young parents and their children. So as a psychotherapist, I work with parents, I work with children, I work with people who are struggling through intergenerational conflicts, especially the parents who were immigrants and whose kids are born here. So उन सभी को दिमाग में रख के I created this small discourse. So जो गृहस्थ शब्द है, बेसिकली हमारे लिटरेचर में देर आर 4 आश्रम्स. सो ब्रह्मचर्य, गृहस्थ, वानप्रस्थ एंड संन्यास. सो गृहस्थ इज व्हेन अ हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ स्टार्ट देयर जर्नी टुगेदर फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ गिविंग देयर बेटर वर्जन टू द सोसाइटी. सो दैट इज द गोल ऑफ गृहस्थ. If we see the word Sanskrit, जहाँ भी पीछे स्थ लग जाता है, स्थ means टिका हुआ, एक ही स्थान पे. गृहस्थ means you have a permanent address, you are not wandering. वानप्रस्थ, स्थ एक ही जगह पे रहता है वानप्रस्थी भी. But ब्रह्मचारी and सन्यासी, they are not स्थ, they are परिवराजक. आपके बच्चे स्कूल जाते हैं, फिर यूनिवर्सिटी जाएंगे, फिर दूसरी यूनिवर्सिटी जाएंगे, फिर आगे प्रोफेशनल कोर्सेज के लिए जाएंगे. सो दैट इज नॉट स्थ, एक ही जगह पे रह के नहीं सीखा जाता. इसी तरह सन्यासी जो लास्ट स्टेज है, जो लास्ट पार्ट ऑफ ह्यूमन लाइफ है, वो भी एक जगह पे नहीं टिकता, उसको भी जगह जगह घूमना पड़ता है, इसलिए उसको बोलते हैं परिवराजक. सो ब्रह्मचारी और सन्यासी नहीं टिकते, गृहस्थ और वानप्रस्थ एक जगह पे टिक के रहते हैं. तो जो गृहस्थी है उनका वन ऑफ द मेजर काम जो है, जो मेजर ड्यूटी और रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, दैट इज टू रिप्रोड्यूस समवन हु इज अ बेटर वर्जन ऑफ देमसेल्व्स. सो ये सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट उसका एक पर्पस है गृहस्थ का. अब देखा क्या जा रहा है कि यहाँ पे स्पेशली एज वी आर इन कैनेडा, सो वी शुड टॉक अबाउट कैनेडा, यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा जो इंटरजेनरेशनल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है बिटवीन पेरेंट्स एंड देयर किड्स, इट इज़ वे मोर देन वी सी इन इंडिया, एंड देयर आर मल्टीपल रीजंस फॉर दैट. द फर्स्ट रीजन इज दैट देयर इज अ डिफरेंट रेट ऑफ एसिमिलेशन. So kids assimilate much faster, they have more and bigger opportunities to learn the local culture. They go to school, they are with their friends whole day. So of course their rate of learning the Western culture is way faster than the parents' rate of learning. So जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि 10 साल जो आपसे बड़ा है उसका और आपका जनरेशनल गैप आ जाता है. तो अब पेरेंट्स का एक तो एज गैप है और प्लस ये कल्चर गैप है, तो इट मल्टीफोल्ड्स. सो दैट इज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट रीजन for the problems between parents and kids. And second is of course more social media exposure, so which was not present 20-30 years ago. So now they have way more exposure. Even sometimes parents to have some peace of mind, they give them some social media to get rid of the children. So that is another reason which is causing the issue. And third is of course lack of appropriate parenting skills. So today we have many parents and many young parents, so I think it's a bit appropriate to talk about it today. So अब इस के लिए किया क्या जाए, what makes parenting hard, इसको हमें ढूंढना है कि where is the problem, why it is so hard. So ये इसलिए hard है because there is lack of readiness, there is lack of preparation. That is why it is hard, otherwise it was not hard. I worked with immigrants and refugees for almost a decade, and especially when professional, intelligent immigrants, when I talked to them, when I asked them, why did you come to Canada? So the major theme was for the betterment of our children. So that was the major answer. That was the answer I got from 99 out of 100. For our children, for the well-being of our children, for the betterment of our children. So that was the only goal, or the major goal they had when they come to this country. And when this is the goal, then of course they will pressurize or push their children to do better than themselves. So what happens that, and I'm talking predominantly about Hindu culture or Indian Hindus who are immigrants in Canada. So what they do, they push the kid to study as much as the kid can, or even sometimes pressurize the child way more than the child can handle. So in that case, it happens that the child is almost 28, 30, 32 sometimes by the time the child is ready professionally. But unfortunately, especially if we talk about females, the biological clock starts ticking, and then parents want them to get married as soon as they can. Now there is no preparation done for marriage and for parenting. So उनको झोंक दिया जाता है, उनको फटाफट फेंक दिया जाता है उसमें. So basically they don't know the purpose of marriage, and they don't know the purpose of having children. They are already very late, so they are forced to just enter the next phase of life without any pre-preparation. It's very interesting. I'm working with a couple of young South Asian, Canadian-born youth who are engaged but not married yet, but they are confused. They are not sure whether it is the right thing to do or not. So in one of the cases, what happens that when the families were sitting together to make the arrangements for wedding, so the boy, he said, don't spend too much, I don't know how long it will last. So if that is the attitude with which we go to this institution, which is one of the most important ashram, most significant ashram out of the four, Grihast is number one. It's so interesting. People think sannyasi is number one or vanprasthi is number one. No. Grihast is the top rated number one ashram out of the four. Why? Because Grihast produces sannyasis, Grihast produces brahmacharis, Grihast produces vanprasthis. Grihast is the most important, significant, and the toughest ashram to follow. And unfortunately, we are entering the hardest thing without any preparation or minimal preparation. So this is the reason that we are struggling. This is the reason that we are not getting what we want from our kids in terms of when we talk about our culture, our values, our rituals. So let me give you an example of Krishanji. We all believe in Ramchandraji and Krishanji. So Krishanji, when he got married, so after a year or so, his wife asked him that now it is time for us to reproduce, it's time for us to create a better version of ourselves. So then Krishanji told her that for that we are not ready yet. We have to do yoga abhyas, we have to live a very strict, disciplined spiritual life for at least 12 years first, then we will be eligible to have a child. And that is what they did. And when Pradyumna, who was Krishanji's son, when he grew older, he looked so similar to his father, even looks-wise, that people started telling Krishnji that you have to do something so that we could differentiate between you two. So that is when he started having a more punk. So then people used to figure out, okay, this is Krishnji because he's having a more punk. So he was of course very intelligent, very spiritual, but he also looked like his father very much. So what I'm trying to say, if the person of Krishnji's caliber needed 12 years of preparation, and I'm pretty sure we are not more spiritual and intelligent than him, so what kind of preparation are we doing when we are entering into this ashram? अब एक और एग्जाम्पल मैंने यहाँ लिखा है which is very interesting. Again, ये मैं नहीं कहता, ये वेद कहता है कि if you are unable to produce someone who is amazing, then basically you have committed a sin. अब आप रामायण पढ़ते हैं भैया, आपको इंटरेस्टिंग लगेगा ये एग्जाम्पल. हम सभी को पता है जब रामचंद्र जी को वनवास हुआ, तो जब भरत, रामचंद्र's younger brother, when he came, he figured out that is what happened, my brother has been sent to forests. And he started crying and he went to the biological mother of Ramchandra ji to tell her that I am not the one who participated in this conspiracy. But the mother was bit, apprehensive and bit upset because she knew that Bharat is the reason of Ram to leave Ayodhya. So she was upset at him. So he said, hey Ma, अगर रामचंद्र जी के अयोध्या से जाने में मेरा थोड़ा सा भी हाथ हो तो मुझे उतना पाप लगे जितना किसी बैठी हुई गाय को लात मारने वाले को लगता है. ठीक है, तो माँ फिर भी कन्विंस नहीं हुई. तो उन्होंने दोबारा कहा, कहते अच्छा माँ अब और क्या कहूँ, मुझे इतना ज्यादा पाप लगे जितना सूर्य उदय के बाद सोने वाले को लगता है. ये भरत जी बोल रहे हैं अपनी माँ को कि मुझे उतना पाप लगे जितना सूर्य उदय होने के बाद सोने वाले को लगता है. मैंने जब भी ये पढ़ा था तब से मैं सूर्योदय होने से पहले उठता हूँ, जस्ट टू दैट. अब माँ फिर भी नहीं मानी. तो फिर लास्ट में भरत जी उसको बोलते हैं, कहते हे कौशल्या माँ, अब मैं इससे ज्यादा क्या कहूँ, अगर रामचंद्र जी को अयोध्या भेजने में मेरा थोड़ा सा भी हाथ है तो मुझे इतना बड़ा पाप लगे जितना नालायक संतान उत्पन्न करने वाले को मिलता है. तो ये एंड में जब भरत जी ने कहा, देन शी सेड बस और मत बोल. ठीक है मैं मान गई. तो ये मैंने इसलिए बताया है कि एज अ पेरेंट, एज अ गृहस्थ, इट इज द हार्डेस्ट जॉब विच यू आर इनटू and you have already signed up for it. Now there is no going back. So you have to prepare more, you have to work hard. अब ये हो क्यों रहा है, प्रॉब्लम आ क्यों रही है, उसका बेसिक रीजन यही है कि देयर इज लैक ऑफ राइट वैल्यूज इन पेरेंट्स देमसेल्व्स. जब एज अ पेरेंट ही हम ठीक नहीं हैं तो हम बच्चे को और अच्छा कैसे बनाएंगे, ये भी तो एक प्रॉब्लम है. तो आई रोट सम पॉइंट्स. So if the parents can't live amicably, right, in front of children, so either they fight in front of children, which I have witnessed multiple times in my counseling sessions. Either one is oppressing the other and the other is totally shut down. So that is also kind of fight, if it is passive aggression, right? So they do it in front of children. So if the parents are discontent all the time, if the parents have more focus on collecting materialistic possessions over their own character building or their own spiritual upliftment, then that is also a problem. If the parents have more focus on their own entertainment over self-discipline, I know 3 set of parents who went to see Dhurandhar 2 from 9 to 1 at night, leaving their kids at home because for them it is more important, their own entertainment is more important. So कहते कोई बात नहीं, वो तो सो जाएंगे. ठीक है ना. So if we are having parents like that, then it will be definitely hard to produce something which is amazing. So if they themselves do not believe in higher purpose of life, if they are selfish and self-centered, if they do not contemplate hard on the things or the philosophy of life, if they are not empathetic, not compassionate, not kind, not loving, if they are pramadi होता है careless, स्वाध्याय ना करने वाले, सत्संग ना करने वाले, योगाभ्यास ना करने वाले, then what kind of children they will have, or what kind of children they will produce, we all know the answer to it, right? So that is a true or harsh reality, but I have to mention it because that is the purpose of these sessions. So गृहस्थ जो है इसलिए टफ नहीं है कि इसमें रात को डायपर्स चेंज करने हैं, इसमें रात को बार बार जगना है, इसमें आपको स्पेस क्रिएट करनी है घर में, इसमें आपको बहुत ज़्यादा एक्स्ट्रा शॉपिंग करनी है, इसलिए ज़्यादा टफ नहीं है, ये तो कोई भी कर लेगा, ये कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है। गृहस्थ इसलिए टफ है क्योंकि इसमें यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन योरसेल्फ। टेक्निकली इन आवर वेदास इट इज रिटन दैट द बेस्ट टाइम टू वर्क ऑन योरसेल्फ इज फ्रॉम 0 to 25, बट इफ you were unable to, or if there are some things that are left, so that is the time in grihasth when you will work on those things, those qualities, those characteristics to keep on improving yourself all the time. Kids are the best observers on this earth. That is why there are these two sayings: do what you want your child to do. Interestingly, you don't even have to tell them. Just by looking at you, by observing you, they will start doing stuff. अब मैं आपको सिर्फ 2-3 एग्जांपल्स देके अपनी बात खत्म करूँगा। As a psychotherapist, we use narrative therapy as a modality to work with our clients. So the simplest definition of narrative therapy is telling stories, telling examples, telling real life examples, because examples influence us, they teaches us, and they made us do things in our life. We do have many first generation immigrants sitting here. I told it earlier also. If you ask them why did you come to Canada, they will give you a story. I had a friend, I had a brother, I had a cousin, I had someone who was in Canada, United States. He said it's an amazing place, it's a peaceful place, there are lots of opportunities. Just on the basis of that story, I took such a drastic, such a big step that I came to this country. So that is the power of stories. So we use stories in our therapy also. So I thought I should also give you some real life stories. And my stories are, some of them are from my life, because I am no one to pick others to tell stories. So I will tell you my father's story. So when my father was in his mid-50s, almost about to retire in India, he was a banker. So his bank was very near to our home. His last, he was always in the same city where we lived, but his last posting was in a bank which shared the same wall. So our home and the bank shared the same wall. So I used to go and meet him sometimes in the bank. And many times I saw that the manager or the person who is even higher than manager, when he comes to the bank, तो वो मेरे father के पाँव छू रहे हैं. So I was a bit confused and shocked. My father is a very, in terms of the designation, it was very lower than those people. So one day I asked my dad in the evening, I said, I have seen it multiple times, that whenever any big officer comes to the bank, so he touches your feet. Why so? My dad said, because they are all my juniors. I taught them, I helped them to prepare for the exams. I said, then why didn't you take the promotion? He said, because with promotion was coming the transfer. I never wanted to leave you guys on your own, or I never wanted to disturb you by taking you to a different city after every 2 years. So that is why I made this decision 30 years ago that I will never ever take any promotion. So this is my father's story, true story. So this is a very good example of parenting. He chose to spend time with us instead of getting promotions. So he chose to spend quality time with his children over more money and more bigger designation. I would also like to give one more example, very powerful example. We go to India every year to volunteer. We work with kids who are living in low socio-economic environment. We do workshops with them. We also collect some money to help them with their tuition fee, with their health care. And that organization is started by one woman who was Nivedita's teacher. She's the only one running it since 2004, and she has touched the lives of 2,000 kids so far in 22 years. She told me a story. When she was in grade 6, she was reading her English book, very powerful story. In the book, it was written somewhere, simple living, high thinking. Her father was sitting next to her. She said, "Dad, what is the meaning of simple living and high thinking?" So they used to live in Punjab. Her father said, "For that, you will have to get ready at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. 4 o'clock in the morning, you have to get ready, and I will tell you what is the meaning of this line." So she told her mom, "That looks like we are going somewhere." Because I asked something to my dad, and that is what he told me. So the mom was also confused. She came to the dad. He said, "Yeah, we have to go somewhere tomorrow." So at 4 o'clock, they caught a bus. They went to New Delhi, the capital of India. Dad took him to the house of Lalita Shastri ji, the wife of late Prime Minister of India, Lal Bahadur Shastri. He took her to that house, that home, that place. So of course the security people, so they said, who are you guys? So she does not meet everyone. So he said, "Just tell her that I am coming from Punjab. My daughter asked me yesterday, what is the meaning of simple living and high thinking? I know that in India, Lal Bahadur Shastri ji was the best example of this. So I would like her to meet his wife so that she could teach her, tell her a few words about simple living and high thinking." So of course then Lalita Shastri ji came, and they of course treated them, made tea for them, gave her biscuits and candies, and just talked to her for half an hour. So the impact of that half an hour was so big that that female, that person has touched the lives of 2,000 kids. Her own kids were also studying. We always have some excuses, right? I am busy, I have my own kids. मैं इनको देखूं कि उसको देखूं कि किसको देखूं. ठीक है? Someone asked her that your kids will suffer. She said, "No, they will do well." So her son is at a very, very good position in Amazon in Seattle. Her wife is professor of behavioral science. She is her daughter. She is a doctorate, and she is a professor in world's renowned, one of the most renowned financial school. Yeah, the school of which teaches finance. So she's basically teaching MBA students. So her kids are doing amazing, and kids are also contributing in her. Kids also learned. So kids are already sending her donations. Kids are coming every year to participate with her, do stuff with her. So what I'm trying to say with these examples is that they learn from what you do. So Vandana Agarwal is her name. So her father took her to Shastri ji's house, and she did an amazing job in her life on the basis of those small things which her dad do to her or do with her while she was a kid. So at last there is a to-do list which I made. I will quickly read it to all of you. Very simple, you all can do it, you all can practice it. So even if we start from this, I think it will make a huge difference. So the first is, doesn't matter what prayer you have in the morning, it takes 2 to 5 minutes maximum. Have a morning prayer with your kids together. So the very first thing in the morning, go to their room if they are not, just sit next to them and start chanting the mantras or prayers, whatever. Just do it in the presence of them. In the presence of them. You must have seen very less kids like Avika who sat on the Havan who tried to participate. So these things doesn't come by itself. There is lots of work that has been done. Even when Akanksha was pregnant, she used to listen to hundreds of bhajans. She tried to live a life which was very pure. So all these things help to create a child that we want to create. Morning prayer, evening prayer, eat dinner together at least, if you can't eat lunch together due to your job or other commitments. Read together every day, but please don't read Elsa or I don't know what is going on these days. So read something powerful to them, read some good stories, some stories which helps to build character. So read something to them and they will definitely enjoy it, 100%. That this is very important. Practice one art form in front of them. Practice one art form in front of them. If you are a dancer, dance in front of them. If you play harmonium in front of them. If you are a painter, paint in front of them. Just let them observe. Do this thing in front of them and then you will see the transformation. You can't force someone to become a piano player or a guitarist. Do what you love to do in terms of art and do it in front of them. Behave respectfully. So one person told us, it's interesting, he said always talk to your child as if you are talking to your boss. So when you are talking to your supervisor, the respect you show to your supervisor, show the same respect to your child and then see the transformation in a couple of years. Never let their inquisitiveness die. I heard many parents, मेरा बच्चा तो बहुत सवाल पूछता है, सिर में दर्द कर देता है, ठीक है? तो आप अपनी पेशेंस बढ़ाएं, उसके सारे सवालों का जवाब दें और अगर नहीं आता उसको कहें हम मिलके ढूंढते हैं, लेकिन उसको शट डाउन मत करें, उसको फ़ोन दे के मत बिठाएं कि भाई मुझे छोड़ दो, अपने सवाल मत पूछ. Please don't let their inquisitiveness die. It's the worst sin to do. एक बड़ी अच्छी लाइन मैंने कुछ दिन पहले पढ़ी थी कि अपने बच्चों को अपने संस्कारों की डोर से बांधे रखो. अगर वो डोर टूट जाए तो बच्चा उधर ही जाएगा जिधर की हवा होगी और वो हमें पसंद नहीं आएगी, ठीक है ना? क्योंकि जिधर की हवा होगी वो पता नहीं किधर की होगी, हमारे मुताबिक नहीं होगी. I would like everyone, if possible, to Google a name Vijaypat Singhania, to make it simple, the owner of Raymond Group in India. He is the one who also got the third highest award in India, which is Padma Bhushan, and he created billions of dollars of wealth. But he was kicked out by his son after he transferred all his stocks to him. And now he is renting a very small apartment. He cannot afford to have a car. And he recently wrote a book called An Incomplete Life. So what I'm trying to tell you is, it's very unfortunate. We think that the more materialistic stuff we will provide to them, the better job we are doing. It is very untrue. Very untrue. स्वामी जी, जो स्वामी सत्यपति जी, मेरे पिताजी को कहा करते थे बार बार कि बसंत जी, प्रशांत को बड़ा आदमी नहीं बनाना, बढ़िया आदमी बनाना है. प्रशांत को बड़ा आदमी नहीं बनाना, बढ़िया आदमी बनाना है, ठीक है ना? सो अगर हमें बच्चों को बढ़िया आदमी बनाना है, बढ़िया औरत बनाना है, बढ़िया बच्चा बनाना है, तो हमें उसके लिए सिर्फ एक ही यूनिडायरेक्शनल अगर हमारी सोच होगी, it will never be successful. So that is why Grihasth is the hardest one. And Grihasth, maybe mother's role is bigger than father. Last time we talked about Matri Devo Bhava, Pitri Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. पर ये जो तीनों हैं, मातृ देवो भव, पितृ देवो भव, आचार्य देवो भव, टेक्निकली ये तीनों माँ ही है शुरू में. गर्भ से लेके पहले 2-3 साल तक आचार्य भी माँ है, पिता भी माँ है और माता भी माँ है. तीनों काम माँ ही करती है. तो इसलिए माँ का रोल और बड़ा है. सिर्फ पैदा करने से वो माता बनती है, लेकिन करेक्टर बिल्ड करने से वो निर्माता बन जाती है। ठीक है ना, हमें माता नहीं बनना, हमें निर्माता बनना है। इट इज़ अ बिग जॉब. You should create someone who helps to make this world, this earth a better place. ठीक है, a place to enjoy and cherish. ठीक है, तो उसके लिए आपको बहुत ज़्यादा काम करना पड़ेगा। और इसी के साथ मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूँ। So I hope, Akanksha, you must get something new out of it. But I'm proud of you. You are doing your best. I know that you work very hard. And you are dedicating your time to your daughters, which is very important. यही 4-5 साल सबसे important है, इसमें foundation बन जाएगी. You can easily mold a small plant, but once it is a tree, you can't touch it. Yeah, it will either got broken or it's impossible to tilt it or to mold it. So this is the time to give sanskars. Sorry, आपका कुछ question?
हाँ, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था। आपने जो एग्जांपल दिया था कि वो अपनी बेटी को लेके गए लाल बहादुर शास्त्री जी की लाइफ से मिलने के लिए, उसमें उनकी कोई कॉन्वर्सेशन आपको मालूम है कि उन्होंने उनकी लाइफ में उनको क्या बोला या क्या उनके बीच में वार्तालाप हुई?
Very good. So basically, she told this story to me in 2012. So I do not remember exactly, but she still talked about Lal Bahadur Shastri ji. Okay, when he was the Prime Minister of India, he still had to give people's money. So he was still क्या बोलते हैं, कर्जा था उनके, ठीक है ना? So he was under a loan. So of course these days a politician, you know, of that cadre or that caliber, I mean, you must have millions and billions of dollars or rupees, whatever, but he was under. और उन्होंने एक और एग्जाम्पल उनको दिया था। उन्होंने कहा था कि हमारे पास एक छोटी सी गाड़ी थी, तो जब भी मैं कुछ खरीदने जाती थी तो वो मुझे उस टाइम जो भी पैसे होते थे, 5 रुपये, 4 रुपये, 10 रुपये, मुझे देते थे कि आज यू आर यूजिंग इट फॉर योर पर्सनल यूज, सो यू हैव टू पुट द गैस इन द कार फ्रॉम आवर ओन मनी, not from the government's money. So these kind of examples she shared with her. And
sorry, I'm going to add to that from what I remember also. शायद उन्होंने उनका कमरा भी दिखाया था यार.
yes,
It was a very modest room. एक खाट है, एक टेबल है, एक बुक शेल्फ है. So just little things like that. Like the Prime Minister of India passed away in this condition. You know, like he just cared about something more than wealth.
that helped her to become a more selfless person, because she is using more than half of her salary, her pay in this organization. So the name of her organization is Helping Hands. So I always ask her that, don't you need some money for yourself? कहती मुझे क्या करना है, ये सारे मेरे बच्चे हैं, और रोज़ कोई ना कोई बच्चा उनके घर आया होता है, रोज़ कोई ना कोई बच्चा उनके घर आया होता है। तो she has 2,000 kids. She said, I have such a big family. And now some of the kids who were struggling, whose parents were struggling to give their tuition fee. So one is manager of Bank of Maharashtra, and one is an architect, one is a science teacher, one is doing a great business, he has a big computer center. So now those kids are, you know, buying their condominiums, buying houses, getting married. So that transformation speaks a lot. Yeah. Those kids would be someone who would have died in poverty. So she did an amazing job. So इसलिए मैं बता रहा हूँ कि जितने ये छोटे हैं, उसमें हम जितना इनको अच्छा सिखा सकते हैं, जितनी अच्छी चीज़ें मेमोराइज करवा सकते हैं। अब कई मंत्र मुझे जब 6-7 साल की उम्र में मेमोराइज करवाए थे, अब जाके 50 की एज में आई एम ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड देयर मीनिंग. सो यू नेवर नो when those things will help your children. So please work hard. You have chosen to be the toughest, to be in the toughest ashram, so you have to behave accordingly. इसी के साथ आपका बहुत धन्यवाद.